He is spewing. And he goes on what I can only call a killing spree like you would do on the arcades or movies. And he heads down and he kills 30 Philistines, just like that. And then he goes home and he goes, bam, yeah, just like that. He goes home and he goes back to his parents and he starts working on his father's farm. Samson's working on his father's farm and he realizes, wow, I think I was a little rash. I might go back and try to get back together with my wife. And so he heads down to the Philistine land and goes and says, hey honey, please take me back. But as he gets there, the girl's father has decided, well, this man doesn't love my daughter. And so he marries her off to somebody else. So Samson's wife now has a new husband. You can see the plot thickens. It's confusing. I hope you guys are keeping up with this. Samson is spewing, but he refuses to take their lives this time. So what he does is he goes hunting and he grabs a whole bunch of foxes. He doesn't kill them. He gets sticks, he ties it to their tails, and then he lights the sticks on fire. The foxes are freaked out by fire, so they go running through the Philistine village, lighting all the buildings on fire and burn down all the Philistines' home. Great military tactic. Really, really cool. The Philistines are spewing, so they then go down to a bunch of Israelite towns and kill all the people. Samson then goes and kills a few thousand Philistines. The Philistines strike back, and it goes backwards and forwards for a little bit, until all of a sudden Samson's starting to finally free the Israelites from the rule of the Philistines. So how are you guys going with this plot? Is it making sense? Yeah. Not distracted? So Samson, he's born, he's got one purpose in life. Kill the Philistines. He marries a Philistine girl, backfires, starts fighting the Philistines, kills a whole bunch of them, and then, ready? He goes for another walk. So Samson is out walking, and he sees a lady, Delilah's her name. She's a prostitute. She's a Philistine prostitute. Whole story. Gentlemen, only boys. If you ever come across a prostitute, this is how you respond. You turn in the opposite direction. Just run. Do not take your time, do not give her your money, do not talk to her, just run. Nothing good comes from talking to prostitutes. Remember this life lesson forever, boys. It will serve you well. Samson, he's stupid. He sleeps with the prostitute. Even dumber, he falls in love with the prostitute. Prostitutes are supposed to make you feel good, dude. She's a Philistine. Samson, kill Philistines. He should have killed the woman instantly. What does he do? Sleeps with her, falls in love. He's supposed to kill her, sleeps with her, falls in love. What are your distractions? Well, Samson, he's distracted by Philistine women. I hope you guys have picked up on that. So he's sleeping with this prostitute, not once, not twice, but multiple times with Delilah. The Philistine leaders are like, man, this is an opportunity. Keeping up with the story? And they say to Delilah, we will pay you if you can find out the source of Samson's strength, and if you can find out how we can kill this man. So Samson and Delilah, they're meeting together for their liaisons, and as they meet together, Delilah says, hey Samson, what makes you so strong? How can we defeat you? And Samson says, ha ha ha, if you tie me up, I'll be weak forever and you can kill me. So they do their thing and Samson goes to sleep. Delilah ties him up. Next morning, a bunch of Philistine soldiers come. Samson breaks his bonds, kills all the Philistines, and that's it. Meets up with Delilah again, and she's like, how could you lie to me? You told me we'd be able to kill you if we tied you up. And Samson's like, oh yeah, that's not really This happens a number of times where Delilah says, how can we defeat you? Samson tells her a lie. She sets him up so that he gets captured, and he defeats all the people that come to him. And this happens multiple times. So, can we conclude? Is Delilah a trustworthy woman? Yes or no?
No.
Whoever answered yes, not listening. Delilah is not a trustworthy woman. But after a period of time, she says, Samson, you keep ashaming me. Do you love me? How can we defeat you? And so Samson says, no razor has ever cut my hair. If you cut my hair, I'll lose all my strength. That night, they do their thing, Samson falls asleep, and she gets a barber to come in, and while she's sleeping, Samson's hair is cut off. Remember what God said, never ever cut this person's hair, and I will use him to defeat the Philistines. Delilah screams out in the morning, Samson, Samson, the Philistines are here. Samson jumps out of bed, runs out to attack them, and is defeated. He's beaten in battle, knocked to the ground, captured. They gouged his eyes out so he couldn't see. They chained him up. they took him to a prison, and then they'll take him out and whip him and parade him around and around the Philistine people. Samson, born to kill Philistines, told not to cut hair. What distracted him? Philistine woman. Captured, gouged eyes, imprisoned. Story ends with him dying. What distracts you guys? What distracts you guys? I know you guys are sort of sitting here thinking, okay, that was a really long, confusing story. How on earth does that apply to me, and how on earth does that apply to God? I want to tell you guys another story from ski trip. You guys ready for this? Yeah? Ready for another ski trip story? Yeah, James is awesome. So, ski trip. We skied all day and you'd hang around with a group of people. I was sitting there with a group of people when one night these guys started talking about these weird dreams that they'd been having. And then they started talking about how they took this picture, and in the picture there was a ghost, and they were freaking out, and they'd show everyone this picture of a ghost, and most of us were like, guys, that's just weird light, stop being stupid. A couple of days later, something else happened. In one of the rooms, a door just opened. No reason for it. One of the boys was in his room, same room that they got the picture of the ghost. When he saw a shadow running across the room, he was the only person in the room. He got a group of guys together and said, there's something in here, let's get a camera and let's try to take a picture of it. So they got the camera out and they went to take the picture, and the camera broke. So the guys are freaking out, and I don't know, being smart year 11 boys, they decided, let's go talk to Mr. Harris. He knows about this kind of stuff. So they came to me, I'm sitting by the fire, and they tell me the story. They tell me about they got the picture of a ghost, they've seen a running shadow, a door opened by itself, and they tried to take a picture and the camera broke. And I'm like, yeah, good story, boys. Really, you expect me to believe that? And as I'm telling the story, I noticed that one of the guys, the guy that saw the shadow, is sitting there and he's kind of shaking. I was like, well, that's a little weird. He's like, I'm not going in that room, man. I'm sleeping here. I'll sleep in your room if you want me to. I am not sleeping in that room. I'm like, dude, settle. He's like, I am not sleeping in that room. I'm not going back in there. I was like, okay, I get it. And so I'm listening to these stories and I wasn't sure if they are real or not. But here it is. I'm a Christian. You guys should all know that. No surprises. I believe in a spiritual realm. So if you get into like the Bible, for example, you go to Mark chapter 5, there's a story where Jesus comes up to a man and he's possessed by demons, and Jesus casts the demons out. So I believe in the spiritual realm, and I've got these boys in front of me telling me these stories. I'm like, are you guys playing a prank, or is this real? Because I can't figure it out from them, and they've got one guy that looks really freaked out. I've seen stuff growing up, and I'll tell you right now that when you get stuff that is demonic, it sucks. It is really horrible. It is not something you want to mess with. So I'm sitting there and I'm listening to these guys. I'm like, I have a responsibility here. I have a responsibility to keep these guys safe. And as part of that responsibility, I guess I'm going to have to go check out what's in this room. So I don't know what was in my head. I didn't go get another teacher or anything like that. I got up. Bad plan, Mr. Harris. I got the kids and they came with me and they take me to this room. We're walking along, and as we're going, I don't know, I wasn't trying to pretend to be March or anything like that. Just walking in silence, and I can tell you right now and right there, didn't know if it was real or prank. And I was praying. I was praying constantly the whole way through there. Just simple little prayers. Lord, may you keep us safe. Lord, if there's anything in this room, in the name of Jesus, remove it from the room by the time we get there. Father, if there's something going on in there, please may you be glorified from this encounter. Lord, I just ask that you'll go before us, that you'll send your angels around us to protect us, and so on and so forth. Just walking in silence while these kids are following me, like, what are we going to find? I opened the door, and in an instant, I knew that there was absolutely nothing in that room. Absolutely nothing in that room. Walked around the room to check it with all the boys. They're like, oh no, Mr. Harris, there's something really. I was like, guys, there's nothing in this room. I told you, I've experienced stuff. I knew there was nothing in this room. Like, try to take a picture. Your phone will break. I was like, okay. Picture's still on my phone if you guys want to see it. Absolutely nothing in the room. To this day, I don't know if the guys are playing around or if they've been serious. I know the one guy seemed real serious when it came to the story. Did what I had to do. But the cool thing about this was from that